Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you guys here. Today is my annual year in reflection, year in review for the previous year and intentions for the coming year. So my 2021 reflections and my 2022 intentions. I did this last year and I think I've done some version of it most years here on my channel. So I wanted to do it again. I've got my year compass that I filled out. So I spent some time a few days ago now, over the weekend, or was it Friday? It might have been Friday because it wasn't yesterday. It's Monday as I'm filming this. It's Monday, January 10th. Vacation is over. Winter break is done. I don't start teaching until tomorrow, but the semester has officially started today. I am working here at my desk, so I didn't want to put off filming this video any longer. I've got calls scheduled for today, so it's still early, which is why it looks so dark behind me. It probably is a little dark in front of me as well. I'll try to bump up the brightness a bit. It's because the sun hasn't really come up over the building across from me. But yeah, I figured we're 10 days into the new year, I need to film this video. I have filled out my year compass, which is this nifty thing. It's a free download. It's not too late to do it. So it's this little printable booklet. You can either print a blank version or you can download a digitally fillable PDF, and that's what I did this year. Last year, I hand wrote everything. Got halfway through and was like, I wish I could be typing this on my computer. So this year I downloaded the digitally fillable one, filled in that on my computer, and then I printed it off and put it in my planners. I did this last year. I kept my year compass in my planner for the whole year, and around the time of my mid-year reset, I went and looked back at that. I wanted to quickly open up my, oh wait, no, I put it away. This is my 2021 planner, including my year compass. So everything for last year is now in this binder. So I wanted to go over my year compass from last year, just one of the pages, because it didn't really come up in this year compass. I was really proud of myself. So at the beginning of 2021, so the year ahead, dare to dream big. What does the year ahead of you look like? What will happen in an ideal case? Why will it be great? Right? Draw, let go of your expectations, and dare to dream. And I checked off a lot of these. And some I didn't check off completely, but I'm still counting it as a win. So I wanted to publish 3 books. Actually, I just have 3 books underlined, and then the 3 books. They did all get written in last year, and the 3rd one almost got published. It just didn't get all the way to the publishing day, but I did More Than Fate. I did Independent Hearts Book 1. Across the Pond Book 3 it's in that last mile of the marathon. It's inching along, but it is getting there. It will cross the finish line. I did more yoga and walking. It took me until the last few months of the year, but I did that. I drank a lot more water. I developed that habit a bit more. I set a couple personal finance goals. One, I met completely. My savings goal, I met well before the year was done, which meant I could just put that one on pause and shift to the other financial goal that I had, and I got that one accomplished and then some. I am in an even better place than I had wanted to be by December of 2021. So I was really happy about that. One of my goals was to spend time with mom and dad and the dogs and more time over at the house, and I did that. Focus on me and take time to breathe were 2 other goals, and I definitely accomplished both of those. Again, it took me until near the end of the year, but I did it. So other things that popped up in this year's year compass as I looked back at 2021. So they have you go through your calendar. If there's an important event, family gathering, friendly get together, or significant project, write that down. I turned 40 last year. That was huge. And still managed to be pretty magical, even though It was a it was a lockdown birthday, or my self-imposed lockdown. Arizona doesn't do lockdowns, but it doesn't mean it's because it's safe. So I'm still not going out and doing anything. So I didn't get to go do anything for my birthday other than with my parents over at the house. But Mom made me a cake on my actual birthday. Mom, or maybe it was the day before, because I think I was over at the house on the day. I can't remember now, it was a blur. But Mom and Dad sent me flowers and a balloon. I haven't had someone send me flowers in like over a decade. So that was really special and meant a lot. I published More Than Fate with Tamsin, which was a really exciting time back in May. And then the Bookshop of Possibilities launched in September, and that was also really exciting. I'm going to talk more about the books in a separate self-publishing update video, but yeah, that was just really exciting. Despite the fact that I wasn't going out, I did have a few times where I did get to see some friends in person. There was a brief moment near the beginning of the year after we'd all got vaccinated. My friends and I, when I did have a couple friends come over, just for like a quiet, like socially distanced private gathering, just one-on-one. And then towards the end of the year, even though things were starting to get not so good, I was able to meet my friend JJ before she moved back to Austria, and we had a nice quiet dinner outside, socially distanced. The weather had started to get really nice again, and it was like a Monday night, so there really wasn't anyone there. So I did get to see some friends in person last year, which was amazing, because I'm not sure, maybe by the end of this year things will be good enough again that we can do that. I think a big highlight was getting vaccinated and getting boosted at the end of the year. So by the end of 2021, I was double vaccinated and boosted, and 2 weeks past my booster dose. Feeling like I've got just that little bit of extra protection, which is great because I've got to be back in a classroom tomorrow. We're not thinking about that today. There was lots of self-care with regular therapy calls, with lots of walks with Mom and the dogs, especially later in the year. And then I was trying to write down dates as I was like finding them in my planner, because part of the thing is like you flip through your calendar for the previous year and you write everything down. But I know that there were like so many unscheduled calls with friends like my friend Janelle and Tamsin that never got put on my planner. So despite another year of being here in this apartment, I actually managed to like see a lot of people, even if it was virtually, and I feel really good about that. So 6 sentences about my past year. I'll share these. The wisest decision I made, making regular walks and yoga a daily habit. Again, it took me most of the year, but we got there in the end, and I'm feeling really good because of it. Biggest lesson I learned, this is going to be a theme. I can slow down and still get stuff done. I can change deadlines and make choices that put my physical and mental health first, and it doesn't sacrifice other stuff getting done. The biggest risk I took, slowing down. That felt really risky. It felt really risky to just say, you know what? I'm not going to try to be super productive every day. I'm not going to try to get a million things done every week. I'm going to push these deadlines back. That felt like a huge risk. Delaying the publication of Across the Pond, I felt convinced it was going to completely destroy my self-publishing career. And either you guys just aren't saying anything, or nobody really cares that I've delayed it, and you'll just be happy to read it when it comes out. But I honestly felt like it was the most unprofessional thing, and being delayed on, that's then delayed my two books that I want to do this year, and I've had so many feelings and thoughts about it. But like, the world didn't end. Probably because the world doesn't care. I think because so many of my readers are friends and like all of you lovely people who watch these videos, so you know why it's delayed, and so you're not judging me for it. Or if you are, you're doing it silently, but I feel like you're not, because you're wonderful people. The biggest surprise of the year, I told you this was a theme, how much better I felt when I slowed down and put myself first. Again, I thought I was gonna have all this angst and guilt and stuff like that, and instead it's like, oh, this feels so nice. Biggest thing I completed, I published 2 books. And again, I feel like this time last year, I would have viewed publishing 2 out of 3 books as a failure because I didn't publish that 3rd one. But instead, I published 2 books. That's huge. I'm proud of myself for that. 6 questions about my past year. What are you most proud of? Aside from the fact that I slowed down, the Bookshelf of Possibilities. I just am so happy with how that book turned out compared to what I thought it was going to be. It ended up being in some ways a very different book than originally planned, and I just love that I got it done. I got it out. I love the book so much, and I love the response that it's gotten so far. There's 6 questions about my past year. I'm not going to read all of them, but what are you most proud of? The Bookshelf of Possibilities. We'll talk more about that in the self-publishing update video. What were you not able to accomplish? Publishing the 3rd book of Across the Pond. I got close, but didn't get done in time, and that's okay. What is the best thing you have discovered about yourself? I can put myself first, ahead of deadlines, ahead of productivity, and the world won't collapse around me. That was a really nice discovery. What are you most grateful for? My health. If you've been watching any of the videos towards the end of the year or the more recent ones around this one, I don't think I can take, oh, I think I can. I've got a nifty little accessory for the week. This is my e-patch Holter monitor that I got from my local cardiologist office. I'm making jokes to not freak myself out. It's not a big deal. My cardiologist, like the fact that I can say I've got a cardiologist is just mind-blowing to me, but that's a whole separate thing. My cardiologist is like, it's probably nothing. Like, it's just your age, it's the blood pressure, it's probably taking your heart a little bit longer to like just settle down now that you're on the blood pressure medication. But like, that was something towards the end of last year. Getting high blood pressure, realizing it was high and staying high, whereas in the past I'd have high blood pressure and then a couple days later it'd be like normal again. And so it would always come back down. And by like September, I was realizing it wasn't coming back down. It was just staying high. So going on blood pressure medication, getting referred to a cardiologist. But yeah, I've had some weird things going on with my health, and that are probably nothing, but that my brain is just like, but what if it's this horrible thing? And so just that I've gotten to this point and I'm seeing the people I need to see and I'm getting the tests run that need to be run, and it's making me very grateful for my health. Also has been a huge reason for putting myself first, making time for yoga, making time for exercise, things like that. Best moments, I'm going to run through these quickly, but publishing the 2 books, all the family time, countless calls with friends, and seeing people, still seeing people in spite of the pandemic. Amazing food throughout the year, including things I learned to make for the first time, like pumpkin pie and pasties. Connecting with my students. Being in the classroom again was nerve-wracking, but I'm so glad for that time with them. Discovering some new YouTube channels. Reading 81 books. That's also going to be a separate video, my like reading goals for the coming year for 2022 and like what I read in 2021, but I can't believe I read 81 books. That's the most I've read in 1 year. And turning 40 was pretty awesome. The past year in 3 words: cozy, obviously. Mine, that just came up. I feel like 2021 was mine, and it was like about me in a lot of ways. And I don't mean that in a self-centered way, but just it felt like my year to just focus on me. And mindful, which kind of goes in with that. I worked on becoming much more mindful and much more intentional as I was slowing down. So goodbye to your last year. Anything left to say? It was an interesting year, lots of ups and downs and learning experiences. I'm 40 now, and this was the start of a whole new decade. So now for 2022. So here we go. Dare to dream big. I'm not going to share all of these. Well, maybe. Publish the 3rd book of Across the Pond, and I also really still want to try to publish Rural Romance #1 and Independent Hearts #2. So Rural Romance is just the working title for the series and the 1st book. I have no idea what it's going to be called yet. I'll talk more about my plans for those in my self-publishing update video. I really want to buy a new car this year. That was on the list for last year. It almost happened, then it didn't happen. I'm really hoping this is the year I can make it happen. I'm really hoping I can do this within the first half of 2022. If not, definitely, hopefully, by the second half. Continue to declutter and downsize. Either move to a new apartment or redecorate my current apartment. So decluttering and downsizing is still going to be really important, because if I move, I'm not moving all of this stuff with me. But if I do stay here, I need a huge change up. So if I stay here, I'm rearranging the bedroom, I'm rearranging the living room, I will probably rearrange my office again. So decluttering and downsizing is still going to be really important. Continuing with walking and yoga / hiking, I'm going to continue outdoor workouts for as long as I possibly can. Before the temperatures get really, really hot, I'm going to try to do as much outdoor stuff as I can. And then depending and all of that, I might try to get a gym membership just to be able to use a treadmill during the summer, but that depends on like cases and stuff and also finances, but we'll see. Yoga I can continue to do here in my apartment all year long, so yoga is definitely something I want to continue with. Continue drinking lots of water, eating good food, eating regularly, not skipping meals, stuff like that. These are like intentions, not resolutions, because I don't like resolutions, so just FYI. I've got another financial goal. Well, I've got two financial goals. One is related to debt repayment, one is related to savings, which is basically build savings back up after I get my car. So part of my savings goal for last year was specifically for a down payment on a new car. So when I get that new car, my savings is gonna go down. So I wanna build that back up, which is why I'm hoping I can get the new car towards the beginning of the year so that I have the rest of the year to build my savings back up. Continue with slower living and taking time for myself. I've got some goals around my coaching business and kind of getting that started, and also stronger marketing for my books and just getting my books kind of selling a little bit more consistently. So those are some of my intentions. My magical triplets for the year, so 3 things. So I will love these 3 things about myself: my intelligence, my creativity, and my stubbornness. I am ready to let go of these 3 things. I only did 2, probably because they're the most important too. External pressures, I guess external pressures, internal pressures. So pressures I feel from like work and stuff like that are like pressures I feel other people or situations are putting on me. I'm trying to just let go of those. Things will work out how they're going to work out. Internal pressures are like pressure I put on myself that is completely created by me. Definitely trying to let go of those. And self-doubt. I just need to let go of self-doubt. That's a huge reason why book 3 of Across the Pond got so delayed, because of a lot of like self-doubt, self-confidence, just feeling like I wasn't sure if the story was any good, and like I need to let that go. So some more magical triplets. I will make my surroundings cozy with these 3 things: fairy lights and candles. Already off to a great start. Cozy textures, open and uncluttered spaces. I think I had that last year as well, and it's one I want to continue because I'm still continuing to like downsize and declutter. I will do these 3 things every morning: read, water, and have quiet time. I will pamper myself with these 3 things regularly: books, candles, and cozy things. And I will reward myself for my successes with these 3 presents. So some of them are like not physical, like they're not items. So time off, long days reading, cozy nights watching movies. So like those are like rewards I don't have to spend money on. But then also new candles, new stationery, or tech. I do want a new laptop this year. So I need to get my coaching business going because I need to start earning some extra money if I'm going to afford that. But like that will be a huge reward. I feel like if I can reach a certain number of clients, my reward for reaching that point of my coaching business will be to buy a new laptop. I've already looked at the one I want. I know what I need to save up for, so I'm fingers crossed. This year, so this is not a magical triplet, but I'm just looking through some of the other things, what I'm willing to share. So this year I will say yes when it comes to anything for my coaching business and publishing, and when it comes to slowing down and making time for myself. That is a huge priority for this year. My word for the year ahead: cozy and magical. I couldn't pick one. I have to pick 2. Cozy is always one of my words, but magical. This year, I posted this on Instagram. This year, I want to make room for more magical moments. I just want to create more magic in my life. And I also was watching Cecilia Blomdahl's latest vlog. I think it was her polar night morning routine, because she's the YouTuber I follow who lives in Longyearbyen on Svalbard, which is near the North Pole. So they're they're not in the middle anymore. They're 70 days into their polar night. So they're almost to the end of the polar night, but they've had 70 days of, more than 70 days by this point, of complete darkness. In her video, she was talking about one of her best tips or advice for happiness is to put your happiness in the small things. And that is a huge thing I'm trying to do. And that's really in line with like books I'm reading on mindfulness, books I'm reading on slow living, that like happiness is not something out in the future to attain or achieve. Happiness is available to you right now. So that's a huge goal for me this year, is to find those small moments of happiness, find those small moments of magic, create those moments, to create moments of happiness, because it's not that I'll be happy when I achieve these things. It's I can be happy right now, and I can create situations that just make me happy, like making my morning cup of coffee or spending a lazy Saturday in bed reading. So cozy and magical are my words for the year ahead. And then one thing I said, I guess to just sum it up, is there's still so much I can't control, as it seems COVID will be around for most of this next year, and who knows beyond that. But I can continue focusing inward on finding moments of joy and magic and coziness in my home and my personal life. And so that's what I am planning to do. So some last thoughts, and you'll see this and we'll talk more about this in future videos. A big focus this year is going to continue slowing down, continue putting myself first, and prioritizing the things that keep me physically and mentally healthy. Work will be done after that. And so if you're interested in how a recovering perfectionist and recovering workaholic slows down and adapts to slow living, mindful living, intentional living, keep watching this space, because that's going to be a big focus on this channel. And anytime you think that I'm reverting to old habits, you have my permission to call me out in the comments and let me know, Andrea, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Andrea, you're doing too much. Andrea, slow down. And if you want to be my slow living buddy, my slow down accountability buddy, let me know in the comments and we can help each other out. Because I really do think that it's the whole idea of the concept on like an airplane of putting on your own oxygen mask before you help someone else. I feel like it's the same thing. I am useless to other people. I'm useless to my students. I'm useless to my colleagues, to my friends, to my family, to my readers. I won't get books done if I'm burning out halfway through a book. So I need to slow down and adopt a slower pace, a more mindful pace, and get stuff, put myself first and tasks and things second. They'll still get done. They'll just get done on a different timeline, but that's okay. I think that kind of sums up my plans and intentions for 2022. I'd love to know yours. So I think our question for the video today can be, what are 1, 2, 3 intentions that you have set for the year? Or if you call them resolutions, what are a few of your resolutions? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. It does help the algorithm and all of that YouTube-y stuff. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. That really would be amazing, and that does also really help my channel out. I'm loving seeing so many new people find this channel. If you are new here, please introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know. I've been meeting some new subscribers down there and it's been really, really fun. I do respond to all of my comments eventually. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching this one.